6:01, so we will get started. I'm Sharon Reed, Chair of the Planning Commission, and I welcome each of you to this, our March meeting. For the agenda item, the one public hearing that we have, there was indeed a sign-in sheet out there. But if you did not have an opportunity to sign it and you wish to speak during the public hearing, you may come and sign it now. Just give us your name and your address. Now, if others come in and have not signed the sheet, it will be a public hearing. And so they will be welcome to speak as well. It's my pen. If you all are here to speak during the public hearing, you're welcome to come and sign in.
No sign.
You need my pen as well.
Got it.
Well, it'll be a public hearing. They don't have to sign. All right, once again, I'm Sharon Reed, and I will be presiding over this meeting this evening. And I now call this meeting to order. I wish to introduce Mr. Eddie Mazik. Mr. Mazik here is our newest commissioner for the North Charleston Planning Commission, and we welcome you and look forward to your participation.
Welcome, welcome. I apologize, I'm sorry.
No problem. As we begin tonight's meeting, we will address the minutes from the February 9th meeting. Are there any corrections to the minutes as published? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion for approval of the minutes. Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded that the minutes from the February 9th meeting be approved as published. Are you ready to vote? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The minutes stand approved as published. We're ready to move to our public hearing. Public hearing for proposed rezoning Dorchester Road. We'll hear the report from staff. Thank you.
First item on the agenda is a proposed rezoning of the properties addressed as 3913 and 3917 Dorchester Road. Charleston County TMS numbers 411-15-00199 and 198 from ON Neighborhood Office to B2 General Business in Council District 10. The properties can be seen here, highlighted in blue on Dorchester Road, at the corner of Forsman Street. And the properties are currently undeveloped vacant lots at the corner. As you can see here on the zoning map, the pink denotes the ON Neighborhood Office. For reference, red is B2 General Business and the yellow would be an R1 zoning district, which would be single family residential. Based on the comprehensive plan, the future land use map designates the subject properties as traditional neighborhood development within the mixed use corridor of Dorchester Road. The mixed use corridor designation is designed to provide for commercial, retail, office, and higher density housing adjacent to principal transportation corridors throughout the city. These areas are intended to promote the development of mixed uses that will enhance access to a wider range of services for nearby neighborhoods. Appropriate uses include office, retail, multifamily, and light industrial. You can see here on the map, properties highlighted in blue. The crosshatch denotes the mixed-use corridor of Dorchester Road, as well as the traditional neighborhood development in the light green. Subject parcels are currently undeveloped lots. You can see in the photos here. Public notice sign that was posted on the properties. The subject properties are surrounded by single-family residential and general commercial uses. The area is developed with a mix of residential uses, including single and manufactured houses. While there is B2 zoning to the north of the subject property, a rezoning would introduce commercial traffic along the residential street of Forsman Street. Staff's recommendation is contingent approval. Given the subject property's location along a major transportation corridor, the support from the comprehensive plan, staff recommends approval of the rezoning from ON Neighborhood Office to B2 General Business contingent upon a combination plat of the two subject properties.
You've heard the staff report. Are there any questions for staff? Commissioners? I do have a question. You said contingent approval. Would you elaborate?
So the contingency would be that they need to submit a combination plat that would combine the two parcels into a single parcel for development, and the rezoning would not go into effect until that is done.
But we don't need that to be done in order to consider the approval?
That's correct. Planning Commission has the authority to recommend contingent approvals.
Okay, are there any other questions for staff? This is an advertised public hearing, and we have several people who have signed up to speak. If you did not sign up, you are still welcome to come and sign the form and speak to this rezoning request. Each person who speaks has 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and actually that's a pretty long time when you consider it. You don't have to take all of the 3 minutes, trust me. We have signed in and I cannot read your writing. The first person who signed in Duke Street was your
Sure.
Dan Shara.
Mhm.
You may come forward. Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So-
I'm sorry. I didn't, you are also the applicant, are you not?
Yeah, I'm the architect and
Okay,
the
but-
applicant's here.
Well, let's hear from the applicant first.
Okay.
Please pardon me, I jumped the gun.
Oh, hi, y'all.
Applicant first.
My name is Kurt Weinberger, and I'm the applicant. Thank y'all for taking your time to review the application. I've owned a business in Charleston going on 32 years, and I've heard some talks of retirement up there. And I'm gonna let y'all know, I don't plan on retiring anytime soon. I'm live and active in what I do. I currently own the King Bean Coffee business that is right 2 lots over from this property. And we've been there now for about 15 years. We roast coffee and we have a small retail roast store where people come into the business and buy coffee. So we've been hearing that from the community that it would sure be great to be able to have a better way to buy brewed coffee by the cup, more coffee shop-esque instead of just by bean coffee. And so we're listening to the community, and this is what brought about the idea to want to do our business concept on the subject property. And so we're all about community first, and you know, I'm not going anywhere. I'm committed to what I do. We're a local business, and we just want to, you know, do what we can to just to maintain what we've been doing and support the community. I hired a local artist to do a mural on front of that building about 6 years ago, and it's really funny because the colors of that mural, I don't know if y'all have seen it, if you've driven by it, but that's actually our whole brand colors now in all of our packaging and bags. And we hope to have that, carry that theme over to the new property. So I'm real excited about it. And I'm here to answer any questions that y'all might have.
Okay, do any of the commissioners have questions for the applicant?
I do have a question. Is there any objection to staff's recommendation about the combination of the two plots?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Sorry, is there any objection to staff's recommendation for the combination of the two plots?
Oh, the two properties that make this up? No, not at all. In fact, you need to do it to be able to have enough space. So that was what I fully intended.
Any other questions for the applicant from commissioners? Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Once again, this is an advertised public hearing, and we have those who have signed up 3 minutes each, and I go back to.
Yeah, I'm the architect on the project, Dan Scherer, and while we haven't gotten real deep into design, one thing I did want to point out from the statement that the staff had was that we will not be using the side road. We will only be accessing onto Dorchester Road. So our plan was not to use that. That's such a small road. We weren't planning on using the side road.
Now, you're talking about the Forceman side?
Yeah, Forceman side, yes, that's,
You will not, that will be blocked off?
yeah, well,
There'll be no
our
access?
our entrance and exit to the site will be from Dorchester Road. There won't be a way to drive. There'll be
There will
landscaping
be
and.
no way to
right,
drive
Right,
to Forceman.
mm-hmm.
All right, that helps a lot.
And so that's really, other than that, it's, you know, we're still very preliminary. We just want to make sure everybody's aware of that.
Thank you. Again, this is a public hearing. And you all write so fancy. Mr. Fordham?
My name is Fred Fordham, and I've been both a resident of the community for more than 50 years, and I currently own property in the neighborhood. My family has property in the neighborhood. We own the property that is currently next to this subject property. We also own the property that is directly behind this gentleman's business currently. in the past, throughout the years, we've had an issue with drainage from that property onto our property. It had been corrected during that time. I'm not here to throw stones, but these are issues that were of concern to us as landowners. We are opposed to anything that would bring business in the community that does not support the community. It's been a long-standing community. There are people there that are generational there and continue to live and do business. We are in that community, we are in need of community support type businesses. I'm not aware, as of this date, the actual numbers of people that support this business or that this business supports in the community. And that is of concern. We are all experiencing cases of revitalization as well as gentrification. And we really need to look at what we can do to preserve these communities in our neighborhoods.
Thank you. Vivian Pettigrew?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. And thank everybody for allowing me to speak. My name is Vivian Pettigrew. I was born and bred on Murray Hill. I went away and went to college and came back. I have not built a home on the property that my father encouraged me to buy. I am also the community vice president for our community. Our president died a few months ago. As a community person, we have put on several activities in our community that we have solicited the businesses in the community to help with. We did a big kids fair with a health fair, and we could not get one business in our community to contribute $1 to any activity that we have. We have community meetings the second Tuesday of every month. We have not been able to get any business in our community other than a young man on Barnes Avenue to come to the community meeting. I'm not here to throw stones at everybody, and I don't know if these gentlemen were ever told, but we, at this point, I live on Barnes Avenue, and this morning I stopped a large truck that is not supposed to come down Barnes Avenue, that came down, and the gentleman was really rude, and I've told the business owner about this before. So I can't say what anybody else is going to do, but for the Murray Hill community, we do not want to see any more businesses on that area. We have small kids coming and going to school. None of these businesses know anything about that. And I thank you very much for allowing us to speak. I have our business, community treasurer and our community secretary here with me. So again, we thank you, and we're not opposed to growth, but businesses at this point in time, this community is very old. There's a lot of old people and some little children running around, and it would not be good for them. Thank you.
Shonda Shepherd Burnell.
Good afternoon. My name is Shonda Shepherd Purnell. I am, like she said, the secretary of the Murray Hill Civic Association. I am also a resident of Forceman Street. I've been on Forceman Street since I've been a baby and I haven't moved. My mother still resides. She's 95 years old. She owns property not only on Forceman Street, but she owns property on Bonds Avenue. Our family owns property on Henry Street. Mr. Weinberger says that he spoke with the community. I have not heard of anybody being addressed, especially at our community meetings, about wanting another brewery or King Bee, another brewery or a place for coffee. If you drive down Dorchester Road, all you really see in our communities are flags for tobacco, beer, vape. And like Mr. Fordham said, I think we need communities who are going to support our communities and that are for our communities. If you look at our community, we have one grocery store in our community in a 1 mile radius. We have no fresh foods, no fresh vegetables, no place for us to walk around just to sit and have like restaurants that are accessible to our elderly. And right now, we do not even have a community center. So using this property for another business instead of putting into our community center or a park for our children, we don't even have that in Murray Hill. So, I'm not throwing any stones, Mr. Weinberger, and, I've never been at King Bean, I've never been invited, but I know that we tried to solicit some businesses, and like Ms. Pettigrew said, no businesses support our community. None of them come to our meetings. They aren't here for our community, and this is our community. And at some point, we need to stand up for our community, and I think that is what we're doing tonight. Thank you.
Ms. Mary Patterson.
Yes.
Tell me you've been in the community.
My name is Mary Patterson, and this is part of my community because I was living in this community for 85 years. And we haven't had, business like that. And we was out, like she said, trying to solicit business to help us with different things in the Cajun, but nobody helped. So we need really a playground for our children, because that's why we've been to the other meeting that we have. So that's the most important thing I have to say. So I'm against anything like that.
All right, thank you. There are no other sign-ins, but if there is someone who wishes to speak during this public hearing, the hearing is still open. Is there anyone who wishes to speak?
If I may add something. I would like to, this gentleman is here, as a part of the community, I would like to extend the invitation to you to attend the meetings, maybe see what we need, and see how your business can somehow cooperate with the neighborhood to be of some use to the neighborhood as well as be a business venture for yourself. I know you're in business for profit, we all are. But we are definitely concerned with preserving not only our community, but businesses and services that can support the long-lasting life of our community. As you can see here, we have people that have been vested in this community for lifetimes. And we're not going anywhere. Those of us who are rooted in the community, from our parents on, it needs.
I'm sorry, sir, I don't wanna step in and interrupt you, but I think y'all can discuss this after. We've gotta get through the agenda here and we just got a strict schedule and rules we gotta follow, but if you guys are happy to discuss it after, that's okay.
Okay, is there anyone else who wishes to speak? And as he said, all comments need to be addressed to the commissioners. Is there anyone else? Hearing none, this public hearing is now closed. Is there a motion?
Staff's recommendation. Contingent approval.
Is there a second?
Second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we deny the request for contingent approval. Discussion? Is there discussion?
As stated earlier, I believe, the business owner and the community, they need to, get together again and try to, get this thing here and kinda hash out some type of for it to move smoothly.
Any further discussion?
I'll say just based on the zoning, the rezoning does make sense to rezone portion with the issue with the community I do agree with. But taking the project out of the equation, just strictly focusing only on the rezoning metrics, it does align with the general plan, it does align with the current area. But I do agree that the business owners should communicate with the community, but again, taking that just strictly out of the equation, it does match with the current zoning.
To be open, I am a member of this community. I grew up in a little circle adjacent to Murray Hill called Jenkins Terrace. And I have returned there and have been living there with my 97-year-old mother for the last 20 years. So I am familiar. I probably pass by your current business every day that I go out.
You should come in, y'all should come in and check it out. I think that part of y'all just walking in the door,
Sir,
and,
let me
I mean,
finish.
make a big difference.
Sir, I'm speaking now. I agree that there needs to be more interaction with the community. I also recognize your point about the rezoning. My concern about the rezoning as I went through this and visited the area is that the Forsman Street side, I am concerned, and I did hear you say that there will be no access to Forsman Street. But I also am familiar with I have been stopped several times trying to get to Dorchester Road because of delivery trucks that cover Bonds Avenue that I can't pass at that time. So that is a concern of mine, especially as it relates to Forsman, because that is a close-knit residential area. And there's not a lot of access from Forsman to Dorchester, et cetera. So that was a concern of mine, and that's why I asked the question to reinforce whether or not Forsman would be affected negatively. So that's my 2 cents. Other discussions?
Madam Chair, I do understand the idea, the feelings of the people who live in that area and the impacts to their quality of life. It does not, however, sound like they are against a business being there, or that they are opposed to the B2 zoning. They are opposed to the type of business that goes in, is what it sounds like. It's not that, it did not sound like from the statements that were made that they're opposed to business. They would like it to be a business that serves the community. And I know that as commissioners, we don't typically take into account what will be there. We just, is it the appropriate zoning that's being asked for, and does it fit with the area? And it sounds like there's no opposition to a business being there, but the type of business is the issue, and that's not something that we typically rule on.
But I kind of heard both. I
That's a
heard
little bit of
different
both.
people say, I heard some people say that they weren't opposed to the business. But I did hear somebody else say that they did not want any business
So no
there.
business.
Yeah, I did hear that. I may be mistaken, but I did hear that toward the end of the discussions. Additional discussion? Is there any further discussion? The motion on the floor is to,
To deny the recommendation, staff's recommendation to approve the rezoning from ON to B2.
okay, so the motion, if you are in favor of the motion, vote aye. If not, vote nay. All those in favor?
We can do the roll.
You want to do a roll
Yeah,
call?
let's do that.
That's fine.
Mr. Bellamy? Mr. Crawford?
Aye.
Mr. Mazik?
Aye.
Mr. Monteith?
No, I'm sorry, nay.
Ms. Reed?
Aye.
And Mr. Shar?
Aye.
All right, the motion to deny carries 4-2. And this item will be forwarded to the mayor and council with the next opportunity for public input at the Public Safety Committee of City Council on April 16th.
All right, thank you. That is the only public hearing that we have scheduled. Please note the actions taken by commissioners, please note the actions taken by city council at their February meetings regarding our recommendations. Do any of the commissioners have comments before we get ready to adjourn?
Staff has comments.
I'm sorry.
Staff has comments.
Oh, okay. Hearing none from the commissioners, staff has comments.
As I said last month, we are kicking off the Unified Development Ordinance, which is the rewrite of the zoning ordinance for the city. In February, we had the kickoff workshop with the project team to review the project goals and vision. We toured the city. We went, all the way up to the north end, all the way down to the bottom to the south end, and east and west, all over, to really lay eyes on the city, see what's going on in the neighborhoods. We began discussions about land use and other issues needing attention during the drafting of the document. We will, in March, continue to meet with our consultant team to discuss those land use issues, as well as develop an outreach program to start the process of meeting with the community to get that information that we need to be able to rewrite this zoning ordinance and make it fit the city properly. And while the date of the public kickoff is not yet fully set in stone, it will be scheduled within the next month or two, and the date will be provided as soon as we have that nailed down. So that's
Any
the update.
questions, commissioners? Okay. If there is no other business to come before this body, this meeting stands adjourned.